Now on to company number 3. Well, this was a well-funded startup in the same town, which I referred to as a podunk place. But we had great people by the time we finished the first company, and some of the people who worked with me at the first startup also worked here at this startup. This company was working on a revolutionary technology, which all of you should know by now was Wi-Fi. We are talking 20 years back when most people didn't know what was an access point, let alone have an access point in their home. Now, this company had a diverse set of people who believed that we could revolutionize the world of connectivity using the Wi-Fi technology. There were great people who knew about wireless but not much about Wi-Fi, and the standards were just trickling in for this technology. And our idea of unwiring or helping people was to go put access points in arena, a stadium where they played basketball. So that town used to have this annual event called Hoop Fest, where an outdoor basketball tournament used to be held. And we unwired that, and it was a big hit. Even the president of the United States, who was George W. Bush at the time, said this is the future of technology, Wi-Fi, wireless. That's what the company is going to pursue. Now, we did very well, and we were well funded. We did party a lot. We did burn a lot of money because the team there believed that we need to work hard and play hard. But there was something that happened at that time. Many of you may recall the September 11th attack. This was unfortunate, and as soon as there was an attack on our World Trade Centers, the company's financial health took a downturn. And this was with most of the startups at that time. And we did have to sit together, brainstorm, do what we had to do. And the company did develop a technology that was way ahead of its time. It was very much different from what most companies at that time were even thinking of pursuing. And the company was acquired for the intellectual property. Now, there's an interesting story I wish to share with regard to that last point. 12 years after I left this company, I'd worked for a couple of startups in between and landed in California. And one company locally invited me to explore their technology and see if I would be interested in working for them. So I did meet with their CTO in his office, and there was a product at his desk that was staring at me. And I kept telling myself, well, most access points, Wi-Fi products look the same, and there's nothing to it. But towards the end of the interview, I wanted to get this out of my chest, so I asked him about the product, and he told me 12 years back, there was a company that built great products way ahead of its time, and that has served as a prototype for us building our technology. And that company, I learned later, was successfully acquired as well. Their product was a success. And that, my friends, is the real term of success, when you build something that helps others grow. And that was a good lesson for me. Now, this company had a lot of people who had papers, who had several innovations in the field of wireless connectivity. But something that I learned from them was it doesn't matter what type of product you're building, a complex product, a big product. It's important that you keep your design simple. So that's what we call the KISS principle. I told you we had burned money, and when there was a tough situation with the financial health, we did struggle quite a bit. And the interesting lesson that I learned from here was be frugal. And last but not the least, right after the World Trade Center attacks, the country decided to go to war with Iraq. And the US Defense Department approached us for the products, the Wi-Fi products. And there were people divided on whether we should support this venture or not. And because people were there who supported the war, who did not support the war. And the leadership made a decision to sell the products into the US Defense Department. And the message I received was, when you are a leader, you have a fiduciary responsibility to your shareholders. And your personal or political beliefs cannot impact your business decision. And that is true with many companies I've worked with, but things are changing. 2 weeks back, we witnessed something very disturbing in the country, and we see how the technology companies have reacted. So that's a debate for another day.